simple, easy layout here. Bend it, slide the swivel down, and clamp it closed. These frogs are absolutely ridiculous. Now that is a fish, people, right there. Just a release. Beautiful fish. Hey guys, J-Tom Bass Man here. So if you're not aware, tomorrow, Saturday, September 22nd, starts fall. And with fall comes a whole new fishing season. Now, by season I mean a whole new way to fish. You're going to be changing up some stuff. The bass are going to be acting different now, getting towards to where they're starting to get towards that spot where they're going to be kind of ducking down low in the bottoms as the weather turns colder and colder and colder. So a few changes in the lures you're going to be using. I mean, not too bad, not too much, but I just want to show you what I'm going to be taking out on a daily basis when I go out on the water. So it's going to be kind of a long video because I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to be using. So I hope you're interested in finding out what I'm going to be using this fall for catching some good bass. So stay tuned and we'll go through what I got here. It's got quite a bit of stuff, and we'll see what we got. So at the top of my tackle box, now this isn't my tackle box. This is just my takeout on the pond tackle box. Everything else is in my other bigger one. But here we got a couple buzzbaits. Never know when you're gonna want to use those. Now I like to use some smaller spinnerbaits in the fall. So we got a couple booyahs here. Here's a booyah, a white with willow and a Colorado. Another booyah and chartreuse with chartreuse painted blades. Another little small Colorado white. Then you got fire tiger, cyclone baits, spinnerbait. It's a new fish on one. I gotta try that one out still, so that's why it's in here. Couple, you got a booyah, four-bladed, in a shad, purple shad color. Really haven't used that much, so I'm gonna try that out this fall, see if it works. Couple small Premier Pro Mile Strike Kings. I'm sticking towards kind of the smaller stuff. Not going too big. Yes, the four-bladed one's big, but that's just because I want to try it. But sticking towards smaller stuff, smaller bait, smaller profile. Gonna try that out and see what we can do there. That's what I usually use in the fall. So spinnerbaits are a great bait all year round. So but I like them a lot in the fall. So here we got a little granola bar because you never know when you're gonna get hungry. Now we're moving on to like jigs and kind of swim jigs, chatterbaits, stuff like that. So here we got black and blue jig, another black and blue jig. Just really light jigs, nothing heavy. Then you got a couple craws on shaky heads. I'll throw those out there too. I don't usually carry blue craws with me. I just have two there just in case. A really good bait in the fall, football head jig. And here's one in green pumpkin. So that's gonna catch you a lot of fish. Got a little bitsy flipping jig, Strike King and watermelon, good color. Here's another football head jig. Now this one's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna throw this one a lot too. This color is a perfect color for fall. It's kind of a crawfish, green pumpkin mix with a little black in there, so something that's gonna match your forage, match the hatch, and really, as those weeds start to die, turn brown, you're gonna get a lot of brown in there. So that's gonna really, you got a little sparkle, so it's gonna show up well. And that football head is a great bait to use. Then I got another bitsy flipping jig in green and pumpkin and in watermelon. Can't go wrong with the pumpkin bitsy flipping jig with a crawfish trailer colored craw on the back, and then the bitsy flipping jig again in the green pumpkin with a little bit of a little orange flare in that. So there's the green pumpkin again, and then our football head. So you can see I got everything kind of organized by color. You're looking at pumpkin and pumpkins here. You got your greens and green pumpkin and that. So, but white chatterbait, great bait to use in the fall. Gets them out of the cover and pulls them, gets them out and working. White little white bitsy flipping jig. I don't really pitch that much, but I'm gonna try it this year. And this is like a pepper jig. I'm gonna throw a grub on that and throw that out. So that's that. Then moving on to a little bit heavier jig. This is an ounce flipping jig in black with red. That's gonna do some damage. And along with this one, I don't know what really call this, but it's an ounce. It's kind of a chartreuse, pumpkin, and black mixed together. And then here's a little flipping, kind of a sparkly black. So that's that. Swim jigs, I only have one of those. I plan on getting more next year. KVD swim jig and sexy shad. Can't go wrong with sexy shad ever. It's basic color. It's gonna fit. You can fish that all year round. They got one of those ginormous Power Team lure grubs on the back of that, and that looks really nice when it's working in the water. More chatterbaits and chartreuse and white. A mini chatter frog, I'll throw that. Some chartreuse and green, and then green pumpkin chatters. Those are all good chatterbait. Can't go wrong with chatterbait ever. That always works well. Got a few maps. Green, orange, sparkle. It's spook for Topwater. Zero spook puppy is always a good fall Topwater bait. They like the Zero spook a lot. I usually use the puppy because smaller and big fish can get it. And then you got some robo worms and Aaron's Magic for drop shotting. I am going to drop shot this fall. I plan on doing that a lot this fall. So got my line rigged up for that. Couple going into lures here. We got a couple KVD 1.5 silent square bills. These work great. Crankbaits, shallow cranks, and in the fall are really good. Chartreuse blackback here. Bluegill, sexy shad, golden sexy shad, all great colors. Then I think this is a quarter ounce. Yeah, quarter ounce. Red eye shad, that works also well in the fall. Got a few bandits here in various colors. Bass colors here. A chartreuse sexy shad kind of thing, and then a blue splatterback with an orange belly and chartreuse body. That's gonna work well, and those are really shallow diving crankbaits. So that's your sub, your very high your top level in the water column. Shallow bass in the fall are gonna hit those. Here's another one of those, a BPS strike XPS lure and a Texas shad, and you got your DC 100 craw color. I'll use that one too. Got a few storm wild eye crappies here. Those work really well. I caught a lot of fish on those last year. I'm gonna bust them out. I forgot I had them digging through tackle last night and loading my fall tackle box up, and found them. I'm going, oh yeah, I gotta get these guys out. A few shad imitators here, and by storm again. They're gonna be a good swim bait. It's gonna work well in the fall. I don't do a lot of frogging in the fall, but I just got these frogs in here because if I do see an opportunity arise, I want to be able to be ready. I got my Jack Lyobe, my Flippin' the Bird, and my it's just fat frog. So that's that. Soft plastic baits. We're looking at the Devil Spear. I'm going to be flipping and pitching that, and green pumpkin. And then, of course, the Pit Boss and watermelon, green pumpkin, and then the Bobby Lane crawfatty and green pumpkin. I'll be throwing that on jigs and pitching that. Here's a bait I picked up today that I found works out really well because a friend told me about it. This is the Gary Yamamoto Swimming Senko. It's in that the orange with the pumpkin with green and black flake that I love. And that's one thing I forgot to put in my tackle box is my Senko, and I'm going to put that in there too. I'm going to be throwing that, sorry. I did forget to include that, so, but this is the swimming Senko. I'm going to be throwing that a lot now too. Got my rag, and now it's time for some Power Team lures. This is what I'm going to, majority of my fishing is going to be this fall, are these guys. Here we got some JP Hammer shads and the deep mount creamsicle for drop shotting, and various other uses. Texas rig jigs and watermelon seed. Basically what it's for is going to be Texas rigging and on the bottom fishing. We got some food chain tubes and watermelon. Flip those into some cover. 2-tone watermelon, I think this is, yeah. Yep. flipping those. More JP hammer shads and money. Some diesel craws. These guys are gonna be good. Some good trailers and even Texas rigging. Throwing those out, and those are in green pumpkin. I'm gonna fish some lizards. I haven't fished lizards in forever, so I'm gonna throw them out there. This is the gator in green pumpkin by Power Team Lures. I'll throw that. This is the conviction craw in green pumpkin. A big crawfish imitator. I'll throw that out there on a 3-4 out hook and get some big bass to bite that down. More food chain tubes and oh, I'm sorry, this is the bully grass devil in green pumpkin. Another pitching and flipping bait. Let's see, more lizards and green watermelon red flake. Gonna throw that out. Food chain tube and green pumpkin, hors d'oeuvre, and quick limit, which is like a flesh tone dark green. It's gonna be a good bait. Let's see, Texas rig jig and green pumpkin, and another hors d'oeuvre and Sussy Slayer, kind of a summer craw. Throw that one out there. Moving on to wacky rigging. I'm gonna try that again this this fall winter. Is gonna be this one's in that deep melon creamsicle. Gonna be using the wacky jig heads and fishing that. This one's in dinner bell and kind of a shad, and then straight green pumpkin, and then the finicky tickler and bloody wiggler. Gonna drop shot that along with the robo worm and JP hammer shad. Gotta get my pole set up for drop shot. Some bruiser baits, crazy craws and lily pad. Kicking frogs by bruiser baits and baby bass. It's gonna be great bait. Topwater. Some intruders and summer craw. It's good bait. Flipping and pitching that. Texas rigging. Excuse me. More finicky ticklers and honey with purple. Drop shot in that too. Some of those great, awesome, huge grubs by Power Team Lures, and the pearl. I'm gonna be throwing that on back of jigs, swim jigs, chatterbaits, you name it, it's there. You can't beat the coontail worm. Flipping and pitching is great on the coontail worm. Pitching a heavy cover with a Texas rig is just deadly. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be Texas rigging it, Carolina. I haven't really Carolina fished a lot, so I'm gonna try that. Some rocket craws. I'm gonna be using those on jig trailers, stuff like that. Figure craws again, trailers, Texas rig, and rage tails, rage tail craws, and green pumpkin. Again, trailers, Texas rig. Then I got my hooks. Just got some 2-aughts, some drop shots, and some wacky jig heads, along with some more wacky stuff. My heavy cover trocars, and then basic shaky heads, 1-aughts, 2-aughts, swim hooks, stuff like that. And then last but not least, it didn't sound too good. You're looking at some weights, beads, super glue, drop shot weights, stuff like that. So that's what is going to be swivels. So that's what I'm going to be taking out on the water now for the fall, transition into fall. It came upon us very quickly. I remember just talking to you guys about stuff to use in the summer, and just really starting to get out there fishing a lot. So let's hope that this fall becomes a great fishing great fishing time. I really hope so. I'm planning on getting some giant fish. I hope I get them on camera. That'd be so great. Great for you guys and great for me. So yeah, if you got any questions or comments, let me know, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite lure is to fish in the fall. Give me a few ideas on maybe stuff I haven't tried that I haven't showed you in this video, and if I get a chance, I'll pick it up and try it out. And Sunday's my birthday, so hopefully maybe getting something for that. We'll see. If not, yeah, it's my birthday, so 17, and gonna have a blast. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the box below, and what your favorite lure is to fish in the fall. Thanks very much, guys. You have a great day, and be safe fishing and have fun.